Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Disco Elysium. So in the last episode, excuse me, we did more stuff than I was anticipating, but we actually called our precinct, told them we'd lost our badge, and apparently our gun too, because we're completely incompetent. However, I also talked to the girl that was working here, Elise? I feel like I'm completely wrong there. Apparently I have a level up, so I might do that. I'm tempted to do endurance just so I can go look at that body at some point, but we won't. I'll level up later. But we were talking to the girl who was working here, and we've insinuated ourselves into her love life just because the game goaded me into doing it. Because the thing to just let it go had in parentheses after it, oh yeah, just skip this romance quest, even though it's really funny. Or something to that effect. So we're gonna continue this romance quest, because we're like that.
Can I help you?
Sylvie, that was her name. So I talked to Sylvie, wink.
God.
He does not look too pleased.
Oh, but he should be. Lay it on him.
Holy shit! A whore who rides the Cock Carousel. Jesus. But I don't want to lay that on him.
Of course you do. This was your plan all along. This is how you fix it for them. By answering the woman question.
Well, since it's now my only option, because my empathy... I love the fact that, too, that this is my empathy doing this, because I'm pretty sure the reason that my empathy is doing this, too, is that I failed an empathy roll when I was talking to Sylvie. So now my empathy's like, yeah, this is the right thing to do.
Wonderful.
It is. It's wonderful.
What? What does that mean? Cock Carousel?
Just drill the inside of your mouth with your tongue. Wow. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, this feels right. It feels
Wise.
Good setup. Now speak the real shit.
She rides the Cock Carousel until she's too old to ride it, then she settles down with a provider.
Does it mean you talked to her? What else did she say about me?
Oh my god, this is
What
working.
else do you need?
That was roughly it.
The man leans his hands on the counter and sighs. His head drops between the shoulders, heavy and defeated.
She broke the bird, you know. The great skewer. I found it on the ground with a broken wing. On the morning she left. I should have known. It was her way of telling me to piss off. I should stuff it up my ass.
Or you broke the bird. It can also be that. I think Sylvie even. Yes, the bird is connected to this. It's a symbol of hope, and she broke it.
I love how my logic tries to intercede and just gets cut off. Well, you know, maybe I broke it.
No, it was her. She's off to ride that carousel you told me about. Cock Carousel. I understand now. They ride the Cock Carousel until the clock runs out. Here, have the rest.
Huh. I got some Commodore Red.
Now, let me have a drink and think about this shit for a moment. On my own.
And there we have it. Isn't that beautiful? Another situation fixed by Dr. Love.
Yep. Totally fixed that situation, didn't I?
Can I help you?
I've seen something here at the Whirling Garter I think I need to talk about.
What thing?
Garte? I can't remember how to pronounce his name. I think it's Garter. Or Garte? Um, sure, both of these. I saw a sign that says the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Interesting, he doesn't like them.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
Mm-hmm. How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
Make a good point.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them.
Thank you, Logic.
He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Thank you, Logic. I saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Thank you.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Oh, that's cool. That's like a... Interesting. That's kind of like a meta thing that it's telling you here. But it's kind of funny that it's doing it in my head with my reaction speed, which is interesting. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
So weird.
Your body is ready, sire.
Goodbye. Okay. Well, that's the thing we did. We also got some... I don't think I'm going to drink this alcohol yet. In fact, I think it's probably a smart idea not to drink alcohol at all. So I've got like 15 minutes before I can go into the kitchen. Alright. In fact, it's not even highlighting now. Let's talk to this woman again, and then I want to go talk to the dock worker.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up with your colleague.
The lieutenant nods politely. Wait, who's Sweetie? Her eyes move up and down your person as though taking your measurements. Her attention is scientific.
Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Also, if the audio is a bit weird at that point, I'll try and fix it in post. I just realized that my mic was like further to the left than it usually is, so it's probably going to be some weird mic issues there, but
dear, you're
should be
not
fine.
for me. I'm too old and too married besides.
Well, your title is the Cryptozoologist Wife, so yeah.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
How would you like to roll with me? She's in a wheelchair. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing, or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She follows your movements with concern. Interesting. She did look us over scientifically. And I mean, a cryptozoologist is someone who, I'm pretty sure, from memory, I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure a cryptozoologist is someone who studies, quote unquote, like, mythical beasts. So, like, people who believe that there's, like the Loch Ness Monster, for instance, that's a good one, or the Sasquatch, or Bigfoot, or whatever, right? I'm pretty sure that's what cryptozoologist study, quote unquote. Huh. Anyway, I drank so hard I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Whirling in Rags cafeteria, it was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
Revachol.
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol.
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I.
Interesting.
I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days.
She pauses as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. It's interesting here. I was originally under the idea that this was like back in like the 40s is when it's set, I think, like we're 48 or something, and that Revachol was a particular place in Eastern Europe. But I think, and it was throwing me off somewhat because of all the different accents, but I'm pretty sure Revachol, like I think the entire place is fictional, and they're like places that kind of represent different countries, if that makes any sense. It is interesting though, but I think all of these places are fictional, but like she's from the South of America, if you were to take her accent, right? But I think America is one of the other places that we've read about. Like, well, the analog to America, if that makes any sense.
Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s, I don't even know. I think it's 51, right?
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Nice.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
I love that there's been multiple times where there's been an answer that has just been straight communist. It's kind of funny. Like this one, I'd like to think it's a dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the planet on steeds, civilization cower before us. We're governed by intelligent machines, perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. So that's like freest market, anarcho-capitalism. Up here is communism. Radios are being used to control people's minds, distort their perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. That's really black-pilled there, eh? We're living under a cop regime. Democracy, maybe?
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Okay. So this is similar to... Similar to Europe, in that the European Union rules over in a lot of ways. The difference being the countries under the European Union still have autonomy, or at least somewhat autonomy. And they're also not so capitalist. Interesting.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Yeah, the way she put that was democratic, but I think she's... It's, what's the word for it? Oligarchy, right? Is when money runs it. So the rich are essentially who runs it. Well, if there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear.
She's very worried again.
So well. There aren't any cops in Rivershall, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the Revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Seemed pretty good thus far. You gave me a lot of information.
She's scared now. She's
Jesus.
realized you really are brain damaged.
Sorry, how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
I agree.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
Poor Kim.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the world didn't like it, so they
Right.
came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
Okay. So we're in, what, 51, right? Takes it back. Yeah. I mean, an analog to World War One, perhaps? I mean, it's not direct analog, obviously, but interesting. What's that have to do with there not being any cops?
It has something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Good work. I'm glad you said that, Kim.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
It feels real, like there's something in my brain, right? Asking someone for money is something I don't think I've ever really done. It just feels, ugh, right? But not even, because it's not even asking, can I borrow some money? It's just saying, can I have money? Like, ugh. Feels gross. Borrowing's one thing, but just asking for, well, fuck it.
Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
What is a paycheck? I haven't seen any paychecks.
You must be joking. Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Interesting idea. This Everard sounds powerful. Maybe you can wrangle some coins out of his pocket.
Interesting. Let's try it. Let's try and tug on the heartstrings.
Try to force a tear out of your duct. Really rip into the whole emotional aggression thing.
Oh god, I'm gonna die in the street, aren't I?
Officer, get a hold of yourself, please.
Sweetie, I'm sorry, but I think you need more help than I can give you.
Fair enough. Alright then, let's change the subject.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry I don't have money for you. If there's anything else I can do for you, just ask.
Yeah, I've got to get going now.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
So she's quite a nice old lady. Let's try and wake this guy up, shall we?
The worker is in a deep slumber.
Let's try and wake him up. It's a very low chance, but we might hit it.
There is only one way to wake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane. Rip the buildings from the earth.
Primordial scream.
By the yelling man.
The 30-something man slowly lifts his head and gives you a pensive look.
Looks like a sow descendant. A lot of sow dock workers around.
I need you to answer some questions right now. Although this one's better. You're alive. You looked out for the long count there.
Wait, what? I was just sleeping. What do you want, officer?
What about the dead body in the yard?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm just trying to find out what you know about it.
You know, people die here every day. Someone's found in a ditch, another one falls in a manhole, a third one gets eaten by stray dogs. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then how is it my concern?
Someone has to look into it. Looks like I'm that someone. Tell me what you know.
I can tell you this. Trouble's ahead.
What trouble?
You heard what I said. Draw your own conclusions. That's all I know, and I prefer to keep it this way.
Fair enough.
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note in his blue notebook. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even sleepy hair. This doesn't help a lot, but it's something. Good work, detective.
Yeah, it's interesting. So they all thought that he was a killer. Tell me about the Wild Pines.
That's the name of my employer. I work in logistics.
You're a dock worker, you all work in logistics, I suppose.
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's that going?
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on outside?
It's total madhouse.
Good. Then you understand the gist of it. We would all be better off without the employers and their employment.
Intriguing.
For one, I could get some goddamn shut-eye. Right to sleep, I say.
Why are you sleeping here while the rest are out striking?
Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I just getting some sleep. Or was.
Who's behind the organising the strikes?
We are. The workers. The union. We know what we need. What's right for us.
So you mean there's no leader?
Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's in charge of the union. He's smart. Knows how to negotiate. He's got our back.
See anything interesting in your dreams?
Thank God, no.
Was it pure nothing? Your consciousness? No larger than a single grain of malt?
The worker stares at you, his eyes dry from sleep. A web of wrinkles covers his tanned forehead.
I don't know what you're talking about, kind sir. But when I'm out, then I'm really out. No malt grains or whatever, no poetry stuff, just quality time.
Yours? Pointing at the bottle.
Indeed. Help yourself to some. Wait, no. Oh, it's empty. Sorry about that, pal.
Alright, I'll let you sleep.
The dock worker doesn't answer. His head is already back down on the table, in sweet sleep.
Interesting. Well, I guess we can go up and talk to the woman up here as well. We're sitting at 20 minutes. I actually want to keep these a bit shorter than I've had them. I've been doing about an hour per episode. which is fine in theory, but YouTube seems to be having some trouble processing the episodes, particularly up into 2K. So 1440p is having some trouble. The one I did 2 days ago, at the time of recording, still isn't up in 1440. So, like, it's fine for 1080, but I think if I want the 1440 to actually process in any kind of reasonable time, I'm gonna have to actually, like, go at half-hour episodes.
The door is closed.
Knock again.
Still no answer.
Knock again much harder.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
And we can leave. Kim tries to not look at the broken down bathroom door. Fair.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Oops, it's the same.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of tape viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
He takes a step towards the door, like he'd like to leave. Fair enough. Kim is fantastic, by the way. Like, we are a complete and utter degenerate, and Kim's, like, amazing. He just puts up with everything. Alright, so we're sitting at 23 minutes. I'm going to do a bit more exploring outside. And then I think we're going to call it. Although it is 1 o'clock, so we can go into the kitchen. The dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Interesting. Hello.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook.
Gorachi Kubek?
As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Goranci and Kubek.
Interesting. I've never seen that A letter before. Well, I've seen it, but I've never actually known how to pronounce it before. Goranci. So it's almost like an A-N? It's like a very soft N after the A. Goranci.
Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Goranci Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. There's a door back here.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
Out of duty, we may find something pertinent to the investigation.
Yes. I suppose it's worth seeing if we can get in. Just to be thorough. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
The door and the main investigation will merge into a stereo investigation.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Interesting. Try to push on the door.
The door does not.
Cool. Hey, Gart. Can I have a key to the next room?
Can I help you?
Something I saw in the whirling.
Another thing. great. I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He runs his fingers across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
Interesting. So... there's a strange door in the whirling. No one knows where they lead. Find a way to see what's hidden there in the hotel cafeteria's forgotten corners. Ask a rich person about the world, potentially the union leader. Find out who is in the union box. Gut has told you some unruly union men gathering in the mess hall of the Whirling in Rags. They're not there today, but most likely eventually show up. Keep an eye out for them. Track down your gun, track down your badge. Apparently there's a pitching match between Precinct 41 and Precinct 57. You need to pay for all the damages caused in the Whirling in Rags, or you don't have a place to stay tonight. Blah, blah, blah. Find money. Who made the call reporting the crime? Keep searching for the caller. Inspect the victim's body. I can't do that until tomorrow. And apparently sing karaoke. Also, we have a map, apparently. Weird. I don't even know what they are. So there's a weird door there. There we can't go into today, maybe tomorrow. Alright, we're sitting at like half an hour, pretty much on the dot now. So I think we're going to end it here. I am interested to see whether or not, in that back garden area where the man is hanging, there was a, what seemed like a door. I'll go and show you. Back here. Right? Can I, actually I might be able to just come in here, right? Maybe? Nope, they're going to try and walk the whole way around.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
What is
It's
this?
nothing. Someone just left. Glad you asked. When junior researcher Olari Tal invented Eternite in the Vatna Polytechnic Institute some
Great.
30-odd years ago, he thought it would last forever. Hence the name, Eternite. Sadly, the only lasting thing turned out to be the material's highly carcinogenic effect.
Okay, good to know. The roofing material gives you cancer. Good to know. Alright. As I said, we're going to leave it here for now. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, where I think I'm going to head up this way and check out the union workers, and probably talk to all the union workers. I may come down this way and talk to a couple of the citizens that I saw down here. These guys, for instance. What's this? An ancient fountain. It doesn't pump water anymore. There's a tree in it. Good to know. They're the angriest men I know, Renee. Interesting. But, as I said, that's going to be next time. So, I already did the spiel, I think, so like, subscribe, all that kind of shit, and I shall see you next time. Bye, guys.